But I came here for getting to know the center, interested in the pranic living lifestyle, meaning I would like to transfer of eating less and getting more pranic nourishment. And I've done in the past some processes, but I'm still need more information, more training to eventually get there. So I'm hopefully getting some more information and knowledge to get there in this process.
That's cool.
So I'm curious, how did you start transferring more on the pranic process in the past? How did it happen? And what was your inspiration to follow the pranic path?
Yeah. My inspiration was I would say disease, maybe. Some weak points, maybe, or some things that were concerned to my health issues. And I started with fasting first, like dry fasting, these ideas of detox, and many years ago. And I've been working with master plants like ayahuasca and other shamanic techniques from Africa, Imboga, and other things during past years. Yeah, and I faced some things like depression in the process of awakening and transition, and I started to feel that I need to detox the body more. Then thereafter, a couple of years ago, I met some pranic teachers, my friends now, mostly in Russia and around the world, and there was like a switch through the previous practices that were accumulated for those guys, that just like a switch. And after that, just expanding, the whole thing is expanding, like the realization has happened. And we're just given that through our retreats and our retreat center that we're building here, the big land of permaculture and space for community living that we're building now. Also, we're making an online retreat of pranic transition and detox that me together with Daria are launching in the Telegram channel for individual personal conductance of people. Yeah, so it's all like a combination of like life is pushing forward to expansion. And yeah, I see it's not about the food, but the food just remains less. It's about more like inner expansion. Just the food is just the benefit. Just like it becomes less of the food and less need of it, because the many inner processes, they just cling like problems. Like I think for the food, just you go there more higher, like vibrational state of the cell, the whole system, and the programming of the things that were consumed in terms of food consumption as well. Like people happen to acquire while coming to this like social matrix. So of course the dry days, the dry fasting, the practices like breath, yoga, like maybe plants, whatever is used to a person, they can be the key to transition, can be the key to transition and the communication among people, like of this lifestyle, of this tendency, of this, like the more you unite, the more energy you pump up, like what we are creating here. We're just pumping up, we are attracting masters, we are attracting the festival for the October of this year. It's like we're doing our normal life, our business, our families, our things, but still we are all based on this, lifestyle of our living, that we're just sharing that to people through our retreats, through building that center, through all business that we do, just based on another game, another vibrational field, They're just natural, it's happening naturally to us, and of course there is this sometimes fight with the food, but it's less and less and less. The pure, the more worked out you get during the practice, what suits to you, whether it's ayahuasca or yoga, plus fasting days, plus dry fasting, plus all other life. Just life is a game, life is a practice, life is the best yoga, the business, the people, just acceptance to people, whatever, acceptance to yourself, acceptance to many things, just expansion. So, yeah. Sorry. Hello.
So the pranic process, like mentally, that something switched, and then it was easier with the pranic process?
I would say that's mentally. Of course, there is like one part of brain is intuitive, one part is like informational, and it starts from the brain maybe, that you see something different. Then it's just the way of experience, the way of communicating to the people that have experience, and also getting your own experience. It's some kind of a switch. It may happen during just the experience of dry days, just the experience of like maybe ayahuasca healing ceremonies, or it may happen during something else, whatever is suitable, just through the communication to somebody, This kind of realization in all levels, in the level of mind, in the level of body, in the level of consciousness. And then just the body starts to suit this realization. It becomes more pure and pure with the time. And in terms of food, just needs the time, months or some people years. So, but when realization is there, it's easier, because when people go like in the wall like a bull, and just for fasting, and don't know what they do this for, and they don't get expanded and develop in other fields, in family, in yoga, always yoga, in business, in material life, in acceptance, and all these qualities, they will just remain fasting, So pranic living is the living of enlightenment, the living of enlightened body and consciousness and expansion, constant growing, constant bettering of all qualities of life. So, yeah.
So what do you see in your experience from the people you've met and coached, if they're on this pranic process?
Yeah.
But they're not getting any further. They're doing all the things, they're doing yoga practices, they're doing dry fasting, but they're not evolving in this pranic process. Could it be mentally something, or what are the blockages you have seen?
Because they are not doing living. They are not doing living. They're doing yoga, they're doing dry fasting, but do they do living?
What is
yoga?
living? What is living for you?
Living is yoga. Happy. Being happy. Doing what you have to do. Maybe you're a painter, or you're a businessman, or craftsman, or whatever. People are running to the practice from themselves oftenly. Yoga, what is yoga? On the mat, the asanas. What is that? What's that yoga? Yoga is living. Yoga is everything. Yoga is money. Yoga is business. Yoga is sex. Yoga is happiness. Yoga is food. Yoga is no food. Accepting yourself while eating, while not eating. Loving yourself. Being yourself, who you are. And becoming more happy. Becoming more expanded. Becoming more material. Becoming more not material. Connected in this way. Becoming more happy. Putting your attention to whatever you want. To money, to business if you want. Not getting shy of that. To family, growing kids if you want. Becoming happy. Pranic living is about bettering the quality of your life. Pranic living is about happiness and joy. To become more joyful, but not more sad, because you're fasting and you want to get something you don't have. You already have everything. You already are enlightened, you already the light. And people are wanting something. And they substitute their life with the practice, just running away. Like it's the same like run away to a monastery, okay? And trying to I'm not pranic, I'm pranic, I want this, another process. You already have everything. That's the pranic living. And the food is just a benefit, just a small bonus for that. The more happy you are, the less food you need. What you need to become happy? Maybe money, maybe a woman, maybe your arts, whatever you need. Just go and do this realization. Do realization of your life. Let it be more light, more expanded, more I would say fast, more complex, more duties, more arts, more things, more integration to the society, to people who are eating or not eating. No division. I want to live in pranic community or not pranic. You live in the world with different people. That's the pranic living. Not secluding and separating as some kind of special sect, another sect that you've been already in your life, Hare Krishna sect or maybe Slavic sect or I don't know, yoga sect. That's nice concepts, but let's not make of pranic living another sect. It's a living of acceptance and love of the whole world, being open to everybody, being completely there.
You opened your center here in Portugal, in this like beautiful area surrounded by nature. Is that important in the process that you connect more to nature, or is it also possible if you live like in a big city to get further on this process of the pranic process? Or do you really need to know to connect to nature?
It's a need to connect to yourself. If you are happy in the city, be in the city. If you are happy in the nature, be in the nature. There is no one recipe for everybody. Because I know people that transitioned successfully in big cities like New York and Moscow, and they don't have success in nature because they think that they need a nature, but all their system needs to be in the city. For example, they're happy in the city. They have art studio. They work like a businessman in the city, and they can be in the city. Some people need a village and a nature. You need what you personally need, but not what somebody told you what you need. If you are ready to live in the nature and be in working with nature, you feel happy from that, be there. That's the best field for you. If you are more happy in New York and you feel realized there, you feel engaged, involved, you have what you do there, you are happy, you have your community, you have your arts, you have your business, and you're happy in that field. Why to run away to the nature? That's the way to get connected to the inner nature. And maybe to some people being in nature is helpful. Maybe some people is getting involved into city businesses more natural. I know my friend, pranic, like nice lady, she is so much involved in a big city. She's loved it so much. She will love, every night she has something. She's not sleeping. She's doing some things. If I put her in the nature, she will like a flower.
Yeah.
She needs that energy.
It's really good to hear what you're saying.
It's not suitable for her to be here. She will start to eat here like a cow, because her energy needs that realization. And she organically accepts her there. And I organically accept myself in the nature. I love it here. I love the trees. I love farming. Because I had enough city in my life. I was living in Moscow all my life, in a big city. Then for me, it's okay to be in nature. Maybe in 5 years, for her will be, or in 1 year, to be good in the nature. But she accepts where she is, because she loves where she is. She accepts her. She doesn't fight with herself that somebody told it has to be in the nature or in the city. And then she put the standard and start to fight with herself. That somebody told it has to be something. It's never something with you that with somebody that is with somebody. We're all individual. We have to live our life. We got our life. We got our game. Maybe some has oligarch or politic game, and somebody is just a cleaner in the street. It's just a different decoration. The thing is To live enlightened pranic living is to live your personal life happy, whoever you are. Doesn't need what is it. It's not important what decorations are outside. Not striving for another picture of life of another person. Well, people often want to live like another people's life. They think to be pranic, they have to do something specific that somebody have done. But to live pranic, you have to live your personal happy living that you have in your life. Your decoration, your theater, your game. You have to play it in a high quality level. What you got, appreciate it, love it, and not run away from what you have. That's the pranic living.
In the West, the teachers of pranic living, many emphasize that a pranic only works when they connect to the sun, to the water, to nature, and when they go to the big city, they feel totally exhausted and even tend to drink some juices and eat some fruits again. So for them, it's like really, really important to have this connection to nature. And in Russia, what you just said, it's more about the happiness and detox. It's more the inner process. So why is it for them they need this nature part so much? Is it just like the mental mindset they have? Because in Russia they don't need what you said. If you live in a big city, you know, people, they don't do it with like exposed to the natural elements.
My friend, that's not their mindset, that's your mindset. They are reflection of what you are. They're just illusion. You just see a picture, a hologram that you are trying to, you know, your worry, how you have to, you just translating to the world your worries. Now you're just translating. They told me that they, need the nature. Yes, they need, because it's their ability, it's their perception of life, and it's them. It's not you, and it's not me. And like, what is the sunlight or the nature? Because for some people, like going pranic is to get the energy from something. Maybe they got it from orange or a potato like 5 years ago, and then they want to get it from the sun. But what if they are the sun? Why they need something again? It's also the concept of need something, being in need. Water, nature, look at the sun, be in Siberia or be in California. If you are a sun, your cell is a sun, you are the prana, you are the energy, you are the source. Everything is inside. Like, does the sun need a sausage or a banana or another sun to shine? It just shines you. The sun is shining there, always, wherever you are, it's shining. In New York, in the city, in the land, it's shining. And so, aren't you a sun? Aren't your cell a sun? Each cell of your body, isn't it a sun? The same closed system. Like, going pranic is realizing what you are a source, that source coming out of you like a sun, wherever you are, in a building, in a nature, in New York, in Portugal landscape. You are the sun everywhere, wherever you are. And having concepts of needing something, they needed food some years ago, now they need something else. That's the concept of need, not the source. Like realizing yourself a source. No need of anything, because you are everything. You are just like this source of giving and receiving back what you've given to the world. Maybe that can be easier. Like, not easier, but kind of next step to realize.
What's here in the pranic center, the concept of people getting there. It's like you're having detox. Detox would be like you're doing some sauna, some plant medicine, detoxing the mind. What are the components people can learn here in the pranic process?
As I say to you, my friend, the pranic process for us is the whole happy living as it is. For me personally and for my team, it's loving, it's retreats, it's arts. We're doing arts center here. It's farming, working to the land. It is kids who are building up a school here. It's being happy, sharing our happiness. It is business. It's a business projects here, connected to many fields like farming, like other fields. It is just living the life as it is. In this center we have of course the techniques, the keys like master plans healing with like with shamanic ceremonies, yoga teachers, chiropractors, biofarming and other things. But all this is just to enjoy. Like making farming is not to just consuming after. Maybe somebody needs still. They will. Somebody don't need. They just enjoy working with the trees. Somebody enjoying painting it, and for them is a meditation, painting, or ceramics. We're making this center because we love ceramics, we love art. We just share what we love. I love business, I'm a professional, successful man from that field, from past years. I share what I have. I'm making project in medical cannabis business. I'm making a big project in Portugal. I'm building up a hotel in Lisbon. For me, that's arts. I share to people what I have, and I'm share successful. I'm making successful, profitable projects. Because for a businessman, being an artsman is being a profitable and successful businessman. Being to play my role like in good quality. For a good painter, to paint a nice picture and sell it and being estimated from society is the good arts. Who you are, do your best abilities, do your best skills who you are. With the happiness, with flow, wherever you're a painter or a wiper or a businessman or a gardener. In this retreat center, of course, we have techniques. We have our marathon of pranic detox that we run people into to detox, to clean the colon, to clean many things on the first steps of fasting. We have the special machines to clean the body there. We have special techniques to align spine system so the energy flow is better when they go on transitioning. We have masters that are healed already, that work with bone system now, very strong, that help you, to align your body. Of course, all these things, they help. They may be needed or helpful to align, to bring your body to avatar back. And we just give the best what we experienced by ourselves. Just share the best things what we have, easily, naturally. No trying to suck it out from somewhere, in some kind of a stressed way. We just like a flow of a river, giving our best what we have, connected our best qualities, our strongest qualities. I'm the organizer, I'm the teacher of prana, of shamanic ceremonies, of other things, of other practices. I work with the body, with the chiropractic, with special yoga techniques from Slavic techniques for people. And also at the same time, I'm a businessman, I'm organizer of retreat center, I'm the creator of the space. Daria is amazing teacher for pranic living and also for arts and other things, for family circles. The master that we got, Victor, he is a very strong chiropractor, bone correction master for massages and making your body aligned, and also the big healer. So we're just giving what we have, because we have all powers, and all our powers let us build this space. Because I have one power, she has another power, we combine that. We have this amazing product, and other masters online that are willing to come here and start to share what they have. And they're coming slowly because we're building the spaces for them to live, It's just slowly, it's building up a community here. with the houses, with natural eco construction. That's one of the projects that we launch, natural building construction from wood, you know. I love this thing. I love to work with my hands. And so I'm constantly busy. She's constantly busy. We don't have free time. We constantly have guests, businesses, processes, farming, retreats. We're always in the stream, day and night. That's the pranic living. To be happy like a river, and to be always abundant, to be always, you know, productive, because we love what we do. That's the pranic living for me. Natural state, being happy, being productive, being, you know, this kind of always like a sun, giving. She always, the sun is always giving, shining. Doesn't need nothing. So simple.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, amigo. Thank you. Yeah. Won't come here to stay, to volunteer, or just to stay, or just be a guest, or rent a space here, whatever you want. Help with the festival if you want, or just come and whatever you want. So we're all
Just need the information where I can find it on the website, so I can.
Daria will give you
okay.
all best information now that we have happily, and if you want the marathon online, also connect, whatever you want, helping with festival, mostly welcome. Thank you, my friend.